What's up, guys? Just wanted to hop on here to talk about a thought I've been having. This thought originates with the word significance. Um, I just find myself processing. I am a processor, someone that likes to meditate on concepts and theories and um, things that make the world go around. But I've been thinking about significance and what it means to be significant, because feel like that's really a longing in the human heart that we all have. We all want to be valuable and valued, to be significant, to be accepted, received, loved, embraced, treasured, right? And all of us want to leave a significant impact on this world, in people's lives. Um, and so I don't know. This thought process begins with like, what is significant? What really matters? What what really matters? I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine today, and I posed this scenario because I was in a little room of ours, and I was like looking at the couches and on the walls, and I was like, this is temporary. This is gonna pass away, and what what will matter? And so then I was like, well, let's imagine 100 years from now we're eternal, so we can have we will have a conversation together 100 years from now, and let's pretend we're 100 years in the future, in eternity really, and look back to this moment and pretend we're like kind of talking and seeing our conversation, and from the truths we know, let's pull out what we think would be significant, what we would tell ourselves, what really mattered. And for me, the equation was pretty pretty obvious. In the word, we see that the only thing that remains, or the only thing that never fails, is love. Oh yeah, this has been another thought process I've been having. How I believe in Galatians, it says there is no law against love. And so if there's no law against love, then we get to choose, because love is a choice at the end of the day. The way that God has created us has given us the freedom to choose, right? We have the free will to choose whatever direction, whatever path, whatever decision we want to make. And in response to God, we love Him because He first loved us, right? We are recipients of His love, then we return our love back to Him. But then in that same manner, love is a choice, and love is something we get to choose to do, just as God chose to send His Son to demonstrate His love for us. In that same way, we get to choose to give and demonstrate love to those around us, and God teaches us to love. And that's the beautiful thing of having the Holy Spirit, the one that teaches us all things. And I just began to think of, okay, what's gonna really matter after this is all said and done? And if it's love, then I should seek every day to expend myself to love. And a lot of times we're waiting for the next moment of whatever, glamour, high climb. We wait for those climaxes in our lives to feel heroic and that we've accomplished something great, aka significant, right? We want to feel like, man, we knocked that out. We did that, you name it. Whatever you value as significant, this is what you're pursuing. At the end of the day, it really even goes back to your definition of success, meaning you're pursuing whatever you've come to value as success. So for some people, that's a certain job position or a title or some kind of even promotion, some kind of social status or influence. This is what makes people in our day and culture feel significant. Significance and success in God's eyes is and will always be love, because we can all choose to love today. It's at all of our grasps, to the ability and capacity that we've received love, and we have all received love. And this is why this goes back to the measure that we've been given. We're responsible, and God will hold us in account to the measure we've received, and did we give in return with the measure. And that's why we can't judge ourselves, judge and compare ourselves to others, because we have received a unique measure of love from childhood, whether it's from our parents or from our surroundings. We have received a measure of love, but most importantly, we've received, if you are a believer and you have the Holy Spirit, you have received love from God Himself. And that love is what teaches you now to love in return. But to think that all of us have the freedom and the choice to choose to expend ourselves to love those around us, and that it is, sometimes you're super motivated and inspired to love everybody around you because you heard a sermon or you read the word and your heart is burning, or you're in prayer and God has let that flame of love burn inside of you. But other days you may not feel that love, but love is a decision we make. And of course, we need to ask for the love of God that passes knowledge to fill us daily. But even when we don't feel love, what we need to do is recalibrate our hearts and our minds into God's reality, because He is eternally love. He's ever present with His love to fill us again. I don't know, in all that I was processing with a friend, what's going to matter? These things pass away, the things around us, things in our lives, these material possessions, but what we're meant to live and build with for eternity is with this substance in our hearts called love. And I want to challenge you to love well in this season. Love the one in front of you. Love the one that God's put in your proximity, and even more. Because a lot of times we even love the ones that are loved, or the ones that can be loved, should be loved, like family members or friends. But what about strangers? What about people that are outcasts in society? Or what about people that aren't expecting love from you? I encourage you guys, with the cashier, with the employee, with whoever you're working for, surprise people with the love of God. Romans 5:5 says He's poured Himself out into our hearts by the Holy Spirit. The love of God has been poured into our hearts by the Holy Spirit. We should be asking that daily. Lord, pour out your love into my heart today. And in that way, then out of the overflow of that, we can pour it out on others. And so, if by the end of today, you can settle your heart in love, this is significant. This is important. This is the most important thing. Have you loved the one in front of you, and the one that maybe Holy Spirit reminds you to love, or the one that your conscience reminds you of? This is how we live in a clean conscience and a pure conscience to God and to those around us. So let God write your story daily. Write your story by love. Be received. Allow God to love on you and love others in return. Just want to share that thought. Hope you guys are well. Having a good summer. 2021. We're finally out of COVID days. No more masks, right? Hopefully in your state, in your continent, wherever you're watching. But thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, I post every once in a while now. So subscribe below. And been doing a lot of schools. If you don't know about the schools we do, I run a school called School of Living Disciples, called Sold Schools. We're running through week-long summer schools right now, and then coming up into a season this fall. If you're interested in being discipled in a house setting, life on life discipleship, as close as it gets, sign up. I'll leave the site below, and yeah, who knows, maybe you'll come and live with me here in Orlando. But anyways, love you guys. God bless you guys. Keep loving strong. Peace.